I might have done a video on this before, but I keep thinking about all I've been through, and, well, tonight you can obviously see that I just had a breakdown. You should look at how, for lack of a better term, disheveled looking I am and all that, and I just tell you, I keep thinking about why have I been through what I've been through, and I've kvetched over that several times, and that could take up, if I were to repeat it again, quite a few videos and all that, but I keep thinking that the reason that I've been through all that I've been through, as I mentioned before, for lack of a better term, is because, and I shouldn't even be nervous laughing or doing anything, but I mean, you know, I think that for lack of a better term, my Kapo great-grandmother, and I probably shouldn't even be saying her name, but Mary Rusnak Gaydos, I wonder where she is tonight. I wonder she's not rotting in hell for what she did. What she did was, and Great Aunt Mary Ann and the rest can deny us all they want, and I don't care if it was in different times or not, but because of what Great Grandma Gaydos did, we are being visited down to the third and fourth generation because of what happened. And what happened was this. Great Aunt Mary Ann will admit it. She may not come clean with it at first, but if you cut past all the, you can fill in the blank. What happened was, and she admitted this initially, it didn't seem like a big deal when I first read it, some relatives had apparently wrote to Great Grandma asking for money. And she stopped writing to them. And then I later figured out, well, this was during World War II, we're Jewish, and did we lose any relatives in the Holocaust? So I go to check that. Well, then when I find out later through doing all this research and all that is, the relatives who were writing to her were asking for help to make Aliyah to Tel Aviv and to Jerusalem and wherever else they were going to go because they didn't want to be killed in the Holocaust. One person who we thought had died in the Holocaust actually survived, but God knows what happened to him, although I think he went to Tel Aviv. Obviously, the relatives on that side are not talking to us because of what we did. And as far as we know, I mean, the rest were murdered. Except for the ones who are obviously listed as alive from what I've been able to research and all that. But again, they're not talking to us. And so when I bring this up, and when I finally snap and say, because at the time one of our relatives was eating in such a trafe way, disregarding his Jewish heritage on his dad's side, and then disregarding our Jewish heritage on the common side so much that it was finally messing up his system and all that, I said, oh, by the way, if we would acknowledge our Jewish heritage, we wouldn't get any screw-ups. And let me bring up, by the way, that part of disregarding our Jewish heritage has not just been eating trafe and screwing our guts up. It's been ignoring what Great-Grandma Gaydos did for years. And the family got pissed at me. I even almost lost quite a few people as friends over that, and I did lose some people as friends over that, but whatever. Some of them were defending Great-Grandma anyway. Well, I don't know what's going to happen to the generations that are likely to come after Michelle and me. I don't think that any generations are going to come after me. After this point, they'll probably come after Michelle. But I just wonder what's going to happen to the generations that'll come after, oh, for example, Janet Rosie and her generations that succeed her down to the third and fourth generation. Wonder what's going to happen then. Because she was one of the ones defending Great-Grandma Gaydos. And I wonder what's going to happen to the other generations that, by the way, are not only, you know, continuing to hide the secret about Great-Grandma, but in the process of doing so are ignoring our Jewish heritage in other ways so much, you know, for lack of a better term, for good and bad, that, you know, they're screwing their guts up. And I'm amazed that, you know, I just have a feeling that, by the way, part of the screwing of the guts up is a visiting of the iniquity of the third and fourth generation. Because I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just crazy, but I don't think Great-Grandma Gaydos was the only one involved. I'm sure that some of her sisters were written to, some of her brothers were written to. Well, actually all three of her brothers were written to, because they were the ones who were alive, but at least they went and served over there, and they probably tried to help the relatives who were in the position that they were in for, I guess, I don't know, maybe for lack of a better term, but anyways, yeah, I'm kvetching now, but I think that, as I mentioned, let me just sum it up with 3 points. 1, what Great-Grandma Gaydos did is screwing us up to the 3rd and 4th generation, and that's why I've suffered half of what I've suffered, because I'm the 4th generation from her, if she counts as the 1st generation, and if Grandma counts as the 1st generation, and I'm the 3rd generation from her. So, in other words, you could put it this way, Great-Grandma Gaydos, Dad is the 3rd generation, I'm the 4th generation, or if you want to count it for Grandma, Dad is the 2nd generation, I'm the 3rd generation. And as for any of her sisters who were involved, like I said, I don't know about the brothers because they went over there and served. Explains a lot about our family and explains why we're so screwed up and explains why even our guts are literally being screwed up. We can't even put the food in our mouths without suffering the iniquity that we caused others in both ignoring our Jewish heritage and ignoring our fellow Jews when they needed help.